Hi Libra, welcome. This is the Feminine Inquisition. We're doing your reading. We're checking in to see what kind of blessings, lessons, and self-acceptance might come your way this Cancer season. So the great lesson of Cancer is acceptance. The card is the Chariot, which is a consolidation of energy, the light and the dark, right? You managing as the driver to bring all of you into wholeness for progress. I know that sounds like a lot. But we shall see and ask the cards what's coming towards Libra this Cancer season. Please show me for Libra. This Cancer season for Libra. Cool. Bottom of the deck, Page of Pentacles. Wow, the bit by bit card. Can you patiently move? Can you not ask the big questions? Can you do one piece at a time? The page works for the queen. The queen makes sense of the whole, but he's just got one piece, one puzzle piece. Don't know what the full picture looks like when you only have one piece. First card, Seven of Cups. So look at that. Yeah, you only have one piece. So much disturbance, so much emotional confusion. 7 in tarot is self-development. This is cups. This is emotional development, emotional maturity. Now, I'm going to go a little bit further and say that Libra, represented by Justice, Venusian energy, right? We think of you or you as yourself about fairness, about objectivity, about both sides, about being a diplomat or diplomatic, right? Being able to hold the weight of things so that it's fair, so that it's true. But if you can't discern fact from fiction, reality from distortion, you don't really know what's true. It doesn't mean that you're naive. It doesn't mean that you're ignorant. It means that it's really difficult for you in this Cancer season to trust that which you are experiencing emotionally. Your emotional responses to things might be out of character for you. It could be that you are experiencing a higher emotionality towards things than you normally would. Let's keep going. Next card, the Page of Wands. Openness, enthusiastic. A page. We have 2 pages on the table. Perhaps you started to do something new. Maybe you started a new job. Maybe you started a new hobby or a new position, right? The new job, not just a new company, but it's a new kind of work, new actions, new responsibilities. You have to be open to adapt and learn because you're just a page. And so it can be quite scary. Are you good at what you're doing? Do you know what you're doing? Do these people like me? Do I like this commute for this work? Do I like this company? Am I in alignment with their mission? The King of Wands. Now, if this is you coming into the King, you go from page to King. Now that's a big step, I think. The page works for the Queen. The Knight works for the King. You go from being the entry level of the court status to then the head of state for the Wands. This is great leadership. Let's see. We'll go a little bit deeper. We'll learn what it is that has you on your side about emotional confusion. Can I see the 7 of Cups? What are we talking about? What is Libra experiencing this Cancer season that leaves them in a semi 7 of Cups, right? It's neither confirmed nor denied. How emotionally unstable or immature or where you are at in the emotional development, right? Because if the 7 of Cups falls on its side, it's not upright, which means you're in the height of the darkness of confusion by everything that you feel. And it's not in reverse, so there's no emotional truth coming through. It's on its side. 7 of Cups, please, for Libra this Cancer season. Thank you. Ooh, there it is. So, Seven of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. This is a time for patience. This is a time for pause, discernment. Let me just take a minute. Sit and have a think. Oof, I have another page on the table. So clarifying the Seven of Cups, I've got the Page of Swords, processing information, observing, right? Can't do much, but bear witness. Page again, works for the Queen. Queen of Swords makes sense logically about the situation. Categorically, she seeks capital T truth to teach lessons to all of us. The Page brings her one page at a time. She has the whole story. The Devil. Now, we have a full moon in Capricorn. Capricorn is the opposing energy to Cancer. So it is normal that it would show up here. Now, you might have Capricorn in a chart, but that's not the point. The devil is a mechanism that is inside each and every one of us, and it plagues us, all of us, especially if we don't know who our devil is, right? He or she, or both. The important part is to know that the devils are the fears that live inside of us. It is the person inside that we need to get to know, because the subconscious will win over the conscious every time. Let me explain. If there's a piece of you that is feeling fearful of change, if there's a piece of you that feels unworthy, scared, abandoned, sad, lonely, alienated, if there's a piece of you that seeks comfort in vices, that's your devil. It's when you get in your own way. So what is your Seven of Cups on its side? One page, not the whole story, observing how it is that you may stand between how you want to feel and what you want to do and how you want to show up, and bearing witness to that as it relates to this tree of life, the connection to your network, to your prosperity, to your abundance, to the greater busyness, the workings of how you are current, right? Currency, money, let's say, is the exchange of energy in a system, in civilization, in society, in a village, in a city, in a company. So, observing, bearing witness, not sure of what it is that you're seeing, the complexes that run in the background that get in your way for the abundance that you are working towards. You showed me the Page of Pentacles in the beginning. That's 1 from 10. And I say, because so many pages have shown up, you might be in a position in life in this Cancer season where you are trying to do something new. And it's in the real world, the material world, because it's pentacle based. And in this moment of pause, you're deciding more, 7. You're developing the self as it relates to what you invest in. Your time, your money, your resources, your energy, what you risk, what's of value to you. How much of what it is that you have already invested in is going to be there for the long haul? What do you need to release? How can you change what you're currently doing so that you go from the 7 to the 10? Now, behind the 7 is the 3 of Swords. This is expectation. This is something you need to kill before it kills you. See, it's not a cup card, even though there's a heart there. It's a sword card. So it's the processing of information as it relates to something that interrupts your internal harmony. 3 is mind, body, spirit, alignment, connection. And the way that you're thinking or having expectation about something is a distortion. This is the kind of devil when we want something so badly that we might become fixated on it, we might become overprotective of it. hyper vigilant in a way that we don't let the thing breathe. And therefore, our worst idea of the thing manifests, followed by conflict. Let's go. Let's learn the devil. Let's not ask just about the devil. I don't need to know the inner workings, as you all have your own different ways of manifesting devil energy. What I want to know is what area of life the devil is showing up. This way, that can give you some advice on practical application, where you can look, where you can do some self-study. This Cancer season, the devil is here. Do not be afraid. It's a piece of you. I told you. Cancer is the Chariot card. It's a consolidation of light and dark. It is natural that the devil shows up. But what is the dark? And where is the dark finding a way to emerge? Where is it rearing its head? How is it getting in your way? Can you show me where the devil is? Can you show me in what area of life Libra experiences, exhibits, and has to contend with the devil energy this Cancer season? Temperance is on the table. So are you impatient? Do you take situations for more than they are? Do you not remember that you are a spirit in a human body having all these experiences for just that end, to experience it all? Right? The Three of Swords would suggest that you just want to have things that are good and follow along the expectations that you build for them. But that's not life. Okay. First, Temperance. You see those two cups? She transforms her experience over time so that she recognizes every single thing she goes through is necessary, parts to the whole. Resistance, subterfuge, suspicion. Now, this is a matter of perspective. The 9 is management in tarot. This is management of your actions. All those wands behind you are things done if you can see them as complete. If not, you are still facing what is in your future based on what you haven't felt complete from the past. That's why I've got a bandage on your head. If you recognize that everything that you go through plays its part, has its role, and is necessary, you wouldn't be worried about what actions you had from the previous moments and how you'd use them to work with, face, or defend against future. You would be more in command of what it is that you're creating. So we have Temperance, Major, 9 Wands. I'm asking about area of life. These are about the sum of your experiences, right? But when it comes to working with others, so it has to do with an area in which you are collaborating. Now, you can collaborate with family, but this is real material application. So you'd have to be doing a project with family. So let's say you were buying a house, renovating a house, or you were planning an event, a party, a gathering, something that you were putting effort in. Other people can see your effort. Other people would want to collaborate, give you input, feedback about that effort, and you'd have to find a way to work together. That's the area of life. 3 from the 10, as we have already seen the 7. It is about a way in which you are investing time and energy and how you feel about the time and the energy that you invest. So your devil is a bit of a reflective devil. And here's the pain. Again, Pentacles. Left out in the cold, abandoned, separated. This is a fearful energy. This is worried that you don't have what you need. Sorry. So, the page, I think I'm just going to have to pause. Hi, I'm sorry about that. Kids get home, you know, and kids love to scream. And, you know, maybe that's a message for you. Maybe you're a mom. And maybe you're trying to deal with the household and you're feeling tired. You're feeling spent. You're not feeling like people are working with you. You're feeling highly suspicious. And what's it all for? Can I see the 9 of Wands, please? 9 of Wands, please. Yes, 9 of Wands. Yeah, it's exactly what it is. I don't know who this King of Wands is, but they've just come back. So, here it is. The Moon. The unknown, the fears, the not being able to see the whole thing, right? This is your emotionality that maybe you even hide from yourself, something that you don't want to look at. The moon is the pocket that we put things in that we don't want to see, or if we looked at it, we don't know what to do about it, so we'd rather not look at it for a very long period of time. Pocket. Now, what does it have to do with? It has to do with your family. Your connection to loved ones, the leadership in that dynamic. I'm going to go direct and show you the bottom of this deck, the 5 of Swords. So this is a petty energy. This is the kind of energy that is thinking that they know everything, but they are a distortion. They have a distortion in their mind. They are deceiving themselves. It is not truth. And they are taking actions with that knowledge that is faulty. Defensive, 7 of Wands thereafter, Page of Cups, could be a child. So let me just ask who this King of Wands is, and I'll get clear on if this is you or if this is another person within the family dynamic that you're up against. Can I see the King of Wands, please? There's something about this situation that is not completely clear. Maybe not to you, maybe not to the other person, maybe not to them. Can I see the King of Wands, please? King of Wands. Please. King of, I got the 2 of Cups. This is a love. This is a union, a partnership. This is a give and take, 50-50, which is not happening. The 50-50 is not happening. It came out on its side, but it's not the first card. First card is conflict, the 5 of Wands. We're talking about an inability to come together, to work together, an inability to recognize my limitations. So 5 of these people want to build a star with those wands. And each one of them has their own concept of how to do it. Each one of them is better served by recognizing that the team working together can get it done. They have to know their strengths. They have to know their weaknesses, and they have to take in the perspective of the others so that they can work together. But it's hard. Egos run high. And why? Because some people think they know better than others, and no one wins. When you cut someone at the knees and sabotage the whole situation because you think that what you know is more than they know, or you determine already that you know what they know, it's deception. You got 2 5s. When I asked to clarify the King of Wands, you got 2 5s. So this King of Wands is someone who causes a lot of conflict and instability for you in your home. Your 10 of Pentacles and your 10 of Cups. It's a partnership that you might feel left out of or that you want to leave. Here's the bottom of the deck from what I just read to you, the Two of Wands. The choice needs to be made. Now, you're in preparation mode. In this Cancer season, you're trying to nurture the best piece of you. The one that knows the world is in your hands. The one that knows that they can be responsible. The one that knows that they're at the precipice of making a choice that has a huge impact on the rest of their life. And you must choose wisely. And you will. Following the Two of Wands is 8. 8 wands of power. Divine communication, quick action, speeds, change, recovery, travel. This is the way in which spirit comes and flows through you so that you know exactly what to do. And you do it swiftly, if you allow yourself open to receive the guidance that you seek. 8 is the law of correspondence, as above, so below. Lover's union. Now, is there a chance for harmony still in this connection? I think so. This card wouldn't be here. One of you or both of you needs to choose wisely to see the other in them and them in the other. To recognize that there are peaks and valleys in a relationship, even with the relationship with self. Right? You think, as it sticks, this is the card I wanted, it stuck to me. You think this is a good relationship with the self? No. And when we're not in a good relationship with the self, we don't manage to have good relationships with other people. So your partner might be going through something, and it is showing up in your connection. Now, the moon is here, which is to say, again, you don't know what you don't know. You can't see the situation fully, nor can they. This is definitely regarding another. Now, after the Lovers, guess what I come to? The Seven of Cups again. This is an opportunity to recognize that emotional maturity and stability is available here and now for you. Both of you need to find communication, a place of power where you can speak vulnerably and with strength and conviction for how you want to show up for each other. And when you do, those distortions, those cups, which are your worst case scenarios, your biggest fears, fall to the side and you can see the situation for what it truly is. A union, a harmony. And thereafter, change is available. Death and rebirth. There's a question of autonomy here too. Because, you see, it's taken this far to see a queen. But the king has been here 2 times. Now, it either means that it is heavily on your mind, the way in which they want you to submit and take away your autonomy, and that bothers the shit out of you. Could make you feel helpless like a page. You've shown me that a few times. And therefore really angry. Or it could be that it's not a different story, but that it's two different kinds of kings of wands, right? So the 2 heads coming together, clashing. Compromise is needed. But you are the one who is here. This is your reading. This is your choice. This is your truth to communicate and your emotional clarity, which will be sought. The emotional availability, the emotionality that is available is to be illuminated by the moon. I don't know what it is that the moon holds for you, but that will be the last thing that I ask. And I won't keep this deck. I'll go here. Can I see the moon? It's a big season for you. This is the most complex or profound surfacing, because that's what Cancer season should bring for all of us, right? Crabs come from the water and are available to stay on land, but they go deep. Can I please see the moon? Is there anything that you can show Libra for this Cancer season What's in the moon? What's in the moon? Ooh, yes. Okay, there it is. Once you gain clarity, there it is. That's the choice, right? Two of Wands again. But let's stay first focused. The moon provides you the divine communication, the transformation in you that needs to, take place so that you can be in a more powerful position, to communicate and take action with clarity and vision for this lover's union, for what you want, that which is inside of you, manifesting in the reality outside of you. Who are you? Masculine or feminine? I've got the divine counterparts here, the heads of state. The wand suit is here. He and she have arrived. With a smile on their face, they desire one another. They complement each other perfectly, and they choose each other. Bit by bit, slowly and steadily, they come to their desired, shared vision, goal, life. Remember, this is your tree of life. Remember, this is your network of love, your family. So there are things in the moon that give you the illumination that you seek, so that this connection, this communication can save this connection. I think it has to do with dominion. It has to do with power. There is, again, I have the Page of Cups here. So look, if you're in conversations about whether or not you have another child, whether or not you're having problems with one of your children, whether or not one of your children is like your spouse, and therefore there's a dynamic at play on the micro and the macro. But there needs to be a balance in the way choices are made for the family. And that is what I'm getting from this. The King of Wands needs to receive and respect his queen, and the queen needs to do the same. And you're getting there. All the pieces are here. This Cancer season will bring you that much closer to finding that harmony, right? The Lovers is 6, which is external harmony. The peaks and valleys. And both are needed. Remember, it is necessary to remember that everything we go through is a part of the whole, and we transform the experience to distill the wisdom from it. This is the Feminine Inquisition. This has been your reading for Cancer season. For you, Libra, have a beautiful, beautiful day. Ciao, ciao.